Is it going? But in the very month of May, from me home I started love my girls or two. We're nearly broken hearted. So loud and meow 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 meow. Drink a pint of beer, my tears are great as mother than off the rape like iron. Oop. In the river I was born. I could just out my turn. My banish ghost and blues. My brand new pair I'm brought. Rattling all of them rock. And fighting all them rock. On the rocky road, spaghetti doodles. Wait a minute. Wait a second. Oh, yes. Just playing some rocks. I've memorized the entire Rocky Road song because of that movie. What's the ultimate? It's just like they get poked, they lose. Yeah. I don't really like Grist. Ice still works, actually. Can reanimate my lands. I discovered life and death exists from a stick finger player. So we have like a 2 mana reanimate now. So it's your graveyard. We essentially have, well, it's not animate dead, but I think Abrupt Decay is good now. This entire format is 1, 2, 3 drops. It's not the best at killing Vivi though. I would like Journey to Matter. Kind of hard. No, I think the format's too slow for Journey. Igra. Could probably find something to persist. Maybe these two. Could maybe do World Weave. The triple mana elemental, the giant tree. I like force. Primeval Titan has something going on. Can try World Spine Worm. Nesting Grounds. No, I don't really like the giant tree. Paradox Engine with Mana Dorks is another way to win the game. Let's play Mind Control Emrakul, because I said so. And Crucible for land destruction. What? Like, just strip mine? I don't think I want to play strip mine here. No, I don't want to play strip mine. I'm not concerned about my Planeswalker stuff. This shuffles in, right? When it dies. Yeah. Well, that was pretty easy to start. No discard. Probably Murder Strider. I kind of want the crocodile. Can always loot it away. No. How unrealistic is Rofellos? I'd probably just play Azusa, actually, at that point. Six works. Kinda. Reanimating lands I'm not really interested in. It's not impossible for Craterhoof to kill, but it's not super easy. I don't have enough creatures for World Weave. Just straight up. Yeah. Yeah, not enough creatures for World Weave. I have enough stuff on 6, so I'm not going to play Professor Onyx. Okay, maybe no engine. If I had more Menadorks, but as it stands, not too efficient. There's 4D lands. I kind of don't like Vorinclex, actually. I don't have to play Davriel. There's enough good cards enough to play some gamble card. No Mox Amber. Maybe more cultivates. That is the best thing you can do. Yeah, it's a little bit of a hot take. I think Davriel's fine. But you have to be willing to gamble. He's either the best thing you played the whole game or didn't do anything. Alright. I've stared at it enough. I think I'm currently happy. Alright, Vraska. Haven't played it in like a year. I love black-green, grindy, 2-for-1-y nonsense decks. I don't know if the format is still as welcoming to this kind of thing, because it's been, I think, over a year since I played this, so who knows. Might want more cultivate effects, because going 1 into 3 is still by far just the best thing you can do in the format. So I could focus more on cultivate effects. There's a few that I'm not running that I could be. But as it stands, we're going to run it like this. And yes, this is World Spine Worm. You're going to look at it and you're going to be thankful it's there. We're going to get someone with it. I can do my quest. What is this? Chromatic Start Standard. Oh boy. Sounds like something I won't enjoy. Who'd have thought? You start with a Chromatic Sphere? Chromatic Star? Sure there's some kind of highly exploitative standard deck for that. Is there? It actually doesn't net you mana. Maybe it's not that crazy. You probably just play Vivi. Yes, this is World Spine Worm. I wouldn't call it propaganda. It's just I'm preaching the truth that people should just accept as gospel, and if they don't, they're wrong. So we can rely extremely heavily on this Defense of the Heart doing something, and I guess I will because it's funny as a first game. If it doesn't work, rip. I will definitely mill here. So this takes probably the Virtue. Oh wow, never mind. I would have taken the Virtue there. Maybe I'm just old. I'm taking Virtue. Oh, they just have Wash Away. Alright, well, if my opponent has all... Oh, it's Spell Pierce. Even better. Even better. Could not have convinced me to cast Grief to deal with that. So let's take out Grief. Yeah. I want to play Liliana. So I'm going to. Alright. I think I've seen myself having lost this game, and it's wasting time territory. Well, on to play with the best thing you can do in the format. Do I sack my own thing to cast Vraska? It could genuinely do something, and I might as well. I might as well do this. It could matter. Alright, it clearly didn't matter. Silly me. So... land or this thing? I'll do this, actually. The beta Vraska art? I don't think I have that one. Which is weird because I actually played the beta. Alright, I'm over it. 1 into 3 in the play! They did the best thing you can do in the format, and I wasn't prepared for it. It was just nothing I could do. I mean, I could just not... I could go a different line. I don't know. It's probably the same conclusion. Oh my goodness. What is that? No Lotus Cobra? Could have gotten rid of a land as well. Would have probably been okay to get rid of a land. Well, that's a good one. No, I actually do not have the Teferi. I don't have the Teferi. I don't know what I did or didn't do during the beta, but I did not get the Teferi, and it always bothered me. I don't know how that came to be. Like that situation. Okay, I'm gonna play my commander so I can blow up the Arcane Signal. Regular Golgari hurts when you can play Moist Golgari? I suppose that's not 100% false. Do I play? No, I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna crack my fetch lands to play this right now. Glarb. Alright, or Glarbin. That is a really good draw. I shall... Okay. Do I sack... Oh shoot, I should have played the fetch land. Rip. I think I'll sack the enchantment just to draw. I don't really need more mana, so like it getting a land is whatever. Alright, board presence scary. Planeswalker scary. Yeah, no 2-hour deck building today, unfortunately. They have to kill Pock here. I know, I'm super used to playing the black-green stuff, and it's pretty, It's pretty straightforward. You have to kill Pock. There's no... No, you have to kill Pock. No, that was a... No. You had to kill Pock. Okay, so... I suppose no matter what they killed, it didn't matter, huh? I could Emrakul, but they only have 4 mana. So it's kind of a very low power Emrakul. Yeah, it's a pretty low power Emrakul here. I'll put this on the Lotus Cobra. And then I'll just eat a random land. Oh, I should have swung first. Should have swung first. Should have attacked my opponent first. Missing damage. This is why they didn't kill Pock, is because I was going to do less damage with it. I think my favorite is like Dark Jest guy. Wet Jund, maybe? Moist Golgari is a little weird. When your opponent has this much mana, I just don't think it makes sense to kill this. Like, I have enough mana to cast everything in my deck, or most cards in Magic, that you should expect your opponent to even be running. So I would just kill Pock in that spot. Alright, bouncing the Cobra instead of the Pock. Again, just accepting a ton of damage where I feel like maybe that's not a good idea. I'm not even gonna... Oh, could I have minused in... Yeah, actually, I could have killed my opponent. Huh, that's funny. Oops. Could have killed him. We chose not to. It would be a Christmas miracle for my opponent to come out of this, I feel. But anything's possible. Let's see. River's Rebuke doesn't cut it. That doesn't cut it. It can hit the Ravenous Chupacabra, though. Oh, it does. Okay. I can bounce that and kill him? Yeah, in a matchup like this, where I just have a bunch of removal, very scary singular threats, it might be hard to get away with anything. Blowing up the Arcane Signet was, I would argue, incredibly significant as well. So, yeah, we're just attacking them on infinite angles, and it starts to pile on itself, and it's just too much. We did it. We rocked them out. Let me make sure I don't have Nebraska. I feel like I would know this by now, but maybe I don't. Maybe I don't know this. No, I don't. I don't have it. Yeah, I didn't get any of them. I really wanted the Teferi one. I can't remember why I didn't get it. I even have YouTube footage. Like, I played the beta. I played the beta rather extensively. I think it's some of my first videos on YouTube. And I didn't get them. I don't know if I had to, like, redeem some code or something. I don't know. Oh well. The Teferi one would have done wonders too, because I played so much Teferi when that game first came out. It was in almost every deck I played. You had him at one point, and now you don't? They got into an argument with the artist. Oh no, it's the Redain person. Oh wait, it's not the Redain player. Or the one I'm used to playing. But it's still Redain. It's the Sleeper Can Never Lose commander, because it's just really good. Somehow. What's my commander do? It pluses, minuses, and minuses. Well, not the best look for the Deathrite Shaman right now. Kind of tragic. So, Liliana feels like a very, very problematic card for my opponent. So that's what I'm gonna play it. That's what we're gonna do. Alright, they played this on the weird side. I could just sack the Deathrite Shaman. Maybe I should. Yeah, I think I should. It's not tapping for mana, like, ever in this game. I don't care about the rest of what it's doing. Mono White doesn't really like Planeswalkers. And you can see why. A land is ideal. I mean, there's a bunch of things that make kind of sense, sort of. Yeah, we'll just take a land. Ooh, did I get Ancient Tomb? I did not. Alright. This just gives me more to do later. Let's get rid of Toxic Spaghetti. Play Ember. Play out the land. Consume. I guess for the sake of not losing randomly to them reanimating one of those cards, I'll just eat it. So, yeah. Alright, it's just over. I mean, this is a very good commander against creature decks. Like, very, very good. But when you attack your opponent at this angle, and they don't have anything that... It's like Get Lost, and there's some white cards, but there's not a lot of them. And I'm not a big fan of O-ring effects in the mono-white control thing, because you just blow up your own O-rings a lot with sweepers, and that just, like, why would you want to do that? But yeah, Sphere's safety and stuff. I don't need to attack my opponent. This ultimate's just going to win. I do have to make sure that I pay for this ward, though. Because I've had that surprise me in the past. Their stuff has ward 1. So I gotta pay 1 when I target them. Probably, what's the split look like? Probably Ancient Tomb an Inventor's Fair separate with the Commander, and then I let them keep the Plains Labyrinth. Because if they keep they keep more mana, they lose the white mana. Yeah. I'm definitely ultimating. I'm not going to greed the Liliana there. There's a lot of cards my opponent, when I plus, don't actually do much. They just discard them for free. Because they're just like dead cards in the matchup. So I don't really care to keep Liliana around. Yeah, I finally did it. I did beat the main guy who plays it, but I only beat him because he got like he stumbled in the opener, and then I was able to close it out. Also, I got my Tuesday text. I must depart for indeterminate minutes. Also, I don't have a lot of answers to Stickfinger if it's the combo. Although I could have just mulliganed for removal. I mean, I have like something that I could have done about it. Alright, everyone stare at the deck, although I need like 4 minutes. Everyone stare at it, judge it harshly. I expect card advice by the time I return, or I will time you out. So pick one. Head, what? Standard brawl propaganda. But rotate it. Standard.com. Is that real? Did they dash that? Oh. What are we up against? Laughing Jasper Flint. So we don't really need Vraska. But yeah, they still have to swing. Interesting, they read their own commander. Well, that's not good. Yeah, it's actually Timeless Brawl. To be real. Alright, a land would be ideal. Come on, bro. Come on. You've got to be kidding me. I've, like, never lost to Laughing Jasper Flint, but I suppose if it is going to win, it involves your opponent not playing lands. That's probably how you beat anybody with this commander. Arden? Oof. Alright, well, you got it. Lost to Laughing Jasper Flint. Suppose I was overdue for it. I mean, to be fair, I just didn't draw lands. I would have lost to any deck in the game. Yeah, I was thinking about playing Standard Brawl the other day, because I already went through the Space Hat cycle, and I'm kind of just chilling. So I can probably play some Standard. I'm not going to assume this is rats, but I should... that's fine. Well, it is rats, but not in the way I meant. I will just kill anything. Yeah, that I will most assuredly kill. Dark Ritual, Vraska into nothing seems kind of bad. That seems really bad. Yeah, I'm not doing that. I have not taken any lands out of this deck. Alright, there are rat colonies. So we'll just start poking them. That seems like a good idea. I'm gonna throw this deck out of a window. So, Ancient Tomb. No, we just get Toxic Deluge or Damnation. Let's go with Damnation. Yeah, the Spider-Man set is also full of very not synergy heavy cards. So we'll see. There's a lot of not synergy in that set. There's like a mono red spider lord, but there's no red spiders, so I don't really get it. Parasitic, one would say. Yep. My opponent should have expected that, because I did just cast a tutor. Alright, so I can cast Overlord now. Don't care if it dies. Looks like it will die. That's fine. Opponent removing, or getting the, excuse me, losing a card out of hand to deal with my rampant growth is kind of a 2-for-1 there. I mean, I don't like calling things garbage, but you can consider it as such, I suppose. And it doesn't really matter what land I blow up, let's just blow that up. It stops my opponent from going land commander, and it looks like that's what happened. But this is where just black-green, the grind is real. Yeah, it's just not... I mean, Rat Colony... One rat a turn is not nearly enough to accomplish much. I don't really like the one-drop rats just to have a one-drop. It's funny, my opponent, of course, had a one-drop, right? But, yeah, I don't really... I don't know, I could have just left this alive the whole game. Wouldn't have really changed much. Yeah, I could have... I probably wasted that Fatal Push there. But after my opponent had cast it, I felt like maybe... if it is just a bunch of creatures, which this would make you think it is, it's okay to just cast 1-for-1s. And eventually just irk ahead a little. Well, I don't think the Spider-Man set in Magic Arena is any better, other than the art, I guess. But like that doesn't change anything. The cards are exactly the same. I don't think I can call in the paper version garbage, but the Arena one not garbage is. I don't know. I'm not like the Spider-Man fanatic or anything, but the problem with the set is the cards just do not work at all with anything outside of the set. Like, there's no Spider Tribal in the 32 years of Magic that's mono red. It's so weird. Speaking of weird, I'm gonna take out this Ulamog and that's fine for now. What's a good thing to sacrifice? Like a really good thing to sacrifice. Mosswood? Mosswood's actually nice. Shambling Ghast? Is that the 2-1? Bloodghast? Bloodghast's a little too deep. I should just be playing Phyrexian Arena at that point. Bitter Blossom? Yeah. I don't actually have the cat. Oh, I do. Yeah, we can play Nine Lives Familiar. I haven't played this ever. Yeah, I don't think I owned it when I played Sephiroth. It is an incredibly annoying card to deal with. I'm gonna... I still like Force of Vigor. I'll admit it hasn't done much, though. Let's try to just not play with it for now. Alright, that's fine. I've had an odd time of the mana currently. I've been mana screwed a bit. Above average. Oh my goodness, with the basics. What is going on? I'm not going to risk that one. What is this? This is the Jund spaceship. Yeah. Now we're keeping the worm. At least until I cast it and then it gets like Swords to Plowshares and then we can get rid of it. I could have played Burgeoning, but that would demand I draw land. They had this last turn, they didn't cast it. So there must be a 1 into 3 here. Oh no, they skipped the 1. Never mind. Yep, there it is. Turn 2, 3 drop. I do not reciprocate. So... Plot. Okay, they played 2 mana sources a turn, every turn. I am significantly behind. Not looking like there's much to do to catch back up in hand either. I'm just going to cast Burgeoning because at some point it could matter. I could even just pillage for a land. Yeah, let's just pillage for a land, I guess. Okay, we can play... Sacrifice land, draw 2. Just play Vraska. I'm gonna shoot myself to do this. Take 2. And I'm gonna eat the burgeoning. And I'm gonna play... Yeah, we'll just play this. I don't know. The Endstone with a cannot lose card? Well, if you have the Endstone in play, you're just winning. Ideally. I don't think you have to have a thing that cares about that. Well, that's a ton of lands and not really anything to do with them. Let us do this and that. Black. I don't need this untapped. Black, black, green. Yeah, I don't need this untapped. A land actually is okay with the Scute Swarm. Oh, wait. I should have scryed... Oh, shoot. I stacked it wrong. Alright, this actually mattered. Tragic. Alright, I lost the top of my deck. Swamp. Do I plus or do I minus? I feel like I do not care enough about my opponent's Azusa. Like, there's no... There's nothing in play that makes me want to care about it, right? They can play all the lands they want, they just have to have something to do with them, and they have infinite mana anyways. And it also notably doesn't crew this to 8 on its own. Alright, well, they found something to crew. Whenever you sack a land, opponent loses 2 life. Oh, this doesn't fly? Oh, yes it does. Yes it does. What I'm talking about. There it is. I was about to say, that's crazy if it doesn't fly. Tear Asunder. Pretty solid. I'm gonna yet again tap that. I don't need more mana. Just grab a food token. Let us exile my opponent's commander. I don't think they care about Azusa. They should trade. They don't trade. I don't really care about this in play, but I guess I could just cast it. There's no reason not to. They're running out of time, and they're running out real quick. This has haste? Oh, it has haste. Oh my goodness, I'm an idiot. It has haste. Well, that's what you get for not reading. Are they dead? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. They're almost dead. They're dead next turn, at least. Let's kill the blocker. And then swing. Alright, they're dead next turn. So I don't really have to do anything. All lands you control become 1/1s. Ooh! Alright, alright. I missed lethal with the funniest card. I'm playing this for the death side of things. Whoops. That is actually hilarious. Suppose it's lethal this upcoming turn as well, if my opponent doesn't do anything. They didn't swing with the 9/9. I feel like it's almost identical to blocking with it? I don't know. Yeah, that's funny. Okay. Not sure if they played their land already, but sure. Oh, I see. Alright, yeah, we missed lethal. I can't say I've ever seen that happen before, but of course there it is happening. Yeah, I should have played this and then my lands were lethal. Just didn't read it in time. Whoops. Didn't read it in time. We take those. I also just didn't read my opponent's commander 3 different times that game. Though to be fair, most of the times I play against it, it doesn't really do anything. We can chalk that up to my opponent playing Haro on turn 2, though. Just the best thing you can do. What is with the lands in this deck? Why? What is going on? This doesn't do anything. This kind of does something? You're a bit useless. Let's go there and there. Is this a sorcery? Yeah, it's a sorcery. I think I'm gonna mill. Yep, that do be a combo. Let's play the old Mosswood Spaghetti Noodle. When this creature dies, you can cast it from your graveyard. Okay. Sure. So it's gone forever? It is gone forever. Alright, it drew a card, I guess. I suppose I take that. We don't lose to mana drain, so I'll cast this. I should probably kill that so they don't get infinite lands. Yeah. Yeah, I have to do this. Those creatures are too good. I'm still just losing, but I don't know, maybe I can crawl out of it. Well, let's play this one? Ancient Tomb. I don't think I have Gemstone Caverns in here. No, I don't. I mean, excuse me. You know what I mean. You know what I mean. Phyrexian Tower? No idea what this does. Oh, it's Phantasmal Image. Excellent. Why not? Only makes sense. Still at an advantage here. One would argue a significant one, but we'll see. Let's get you and you. We can just get a basic land, actually. No, we can just get this. That's fine. Ulamog. Well, it's a card. I'm a little surprised to see a trade. Not gonna lie. I don't have the black mana I need to cast Griselbrand. So we just cast this. What does the trade mean? It means you have another one, of course. I can swing first. I doubt they'll block this time. I should cast Griselbrand so I keep up with cards. Otherwise, I don't keep up with cards. Alright, we can play land. I will kill their Titan immediately so they can't do anything with it. Oh, wait, hold on. Let's cast Dark Ritual. And then kill it? Let's play this. Play Flare off that for free. And I don't think there's any reason to cast Elvish Mystic, so... I can also draw another 7. And not die to Primeval Titan. I would love them to just mana sink the Gretchen. Now I can't draw 7. Wow, that's just unbelievably annoying. That's just ridiculous. Alright, well, you forced my hand. Don't let me down, deck. Come on! You've got to be kidding me. Literally nothing. Come on. So many cards. What an absolute letdown that was. Well, I feel like I just should have won that game. I feel like I should have won that game so easily. I could have just taken 12, but let's be real. I'm losing the game if I let them swing with Primeval Titan twice. It's over. That's ridiculous. Close game, though. I must have made some kind of mistake along the way. I don't think Ulamog is the answer. Casting that's not going to solve anything. I need to draw cards. To the surprise of no one, Phyrexian Tower has let me down. Again and again and again. If it was a swamp, I was actually just in a vastly superior position there. So I can cast... Wait a minute. I think I can cast Ice-Till Explorer next turn. But then I have to lose this mana... Oh, yeah, I have to lose the land in my graveyard to cast it. And then I don't have a fetch land. Alright, so no, that's not going to work. I really don't want to lose that fetch land, but in order to play Well, actually, hold on. No, there's nothing to... We just pass. There's nothing to do here. It also would involve me having actually cast this, or play this, and I did not, so... I subconsciously made the right choice. This doesn't tap for green, so there's no way to... Yeah, okay. Opponent played their first turn and then vanished. It's a bit strange. Tragic. Does that change anything? Nope. Oh, I should have went into combat, actually. I should have swung with this. It would force a rope out on my turn. Whoops. Alright, well, they're gone. I don't know what happened there. Something must have came up, or they disconnected, or something. The pizza guy showed up. They got their Tuesday text, like I did. Or that's what happened. Oh, the old ancient tomb. Well, this game would have been a complete stomping had I had an actual opponent. It's not very likely my opponent would have been able to do much against what we've done this game. So we've blew the nuts opener here on someone who's not here. We've blown the nuts. Let's see, can I? Nothing I can do with 3. Actually, I wouldn't even call this the complete nuts, but it was pretty solid. I should have gotten a fetch land, so I still mattered. Although I can just cast it with this land at this point anyways. I'm taking out Phyrexian Tower. I mean, yeah, there's no coming back at this point. What do they discard randomly? Valakut? Okay. Maybe 1 or 2 more multicolored lands is fine. Still want to violently dodge tap lands. Just actually abysmal. Alright, tower. Be gone. Probably Boseiju. Could have just slid that in pretty easily. Forgot about it. We'll try the Glade. I don't think it's too big of a deal to play Mana Confluence. Actually, you know what? I'm not going to play Mana Confluence. Yeah, I had Journey in here for a second. I did have it in here for a second. I don't think the format's about Journey. It's very difficult for it to work, but if ever it was going to work, it's in a deck like this. The Dread Knight kind of... eh? I mean, we cast it and then lost to Mana Drain, so... silly me, thinking it was going to be cool. I mean, I'm a huge fan of Journey, so... wait, I... can run Urborg. I've never liked Shifting Woodland. I have never liked that card. Do I even own it? It's Delirium? How do you spell Delirium? Delirium. Alright, I was close. I've never liked this card. I suppose Delirium's not impossible. I'll put it in the deck, and then I'll be disappointed. That's fine. I'm gonna take out... I came in here for something. I feel like I'm lacking answers. I want more removal. Phyrexian Arena is also fine. Persist has not done anything. I'm going to take out Persist. This is definitely an arena deck, so... I don't own Grist. Not the new Grist, just the old one. I don't like Grist. I don't like the new one, I mean. Pretty sure, yeah, I have the old one, or I have the new one, not the old one, whatever. The new arena one, I don't have that one. I don't like this, I would not run this. Alright, arena's fine. Phyrexian Arena. Ooh, it's a Delny, so probably rabbits. Oh yeah, Spectacle. Another excellent idea. We could do that. I'll put that in next. Yeah, well, I mean, if it is rabbits, I'm gonna want, like... Oh, how greedy is this? No. Arena's the way to go here, for sure. It's gonna help me draw into answers. Let's say on average it sees 3. Oh, that is not a rabbit. Attacking tokens... I mean, it's still a rabbit deck, right? Why would you play that if it's not a rabbit deck? That was a really good draw, actually. Okay. That was a phenomenal sequence of cards I could have asked for there, right? Do you play the rabbit? Or do you play Delny? I think you play rabbit, rabbit. You play 3 rabbits, and then you play Delny. Okay, my opponent goes the other way. Fair enough. Burgeoning. Alright, not as good as the last draw there. So I can cast this. Oh, this is ugly. Alright, I can play this in minus. That's also ugly. Alright, mana. Name of the game here. Do I need another green source? It's fine. I don't necessarily need more black mana, so... The commander doubles the mobilize? Oh, alright. Do we have a land? It would change the clock if we did. But it would probably mean they would have played a rabbit last turn if they did. I think we go into the final parting Emperor of Bones situation at this point. I could get Toxic Deluge and probably win with that card safely instead of relying on something that could just get hit by Solitude. So it's probably a good idea to just take Toxic Spaghetti. And then the other card can be... When this is put into the graveyard from anywhere... Alright, we can send a message. Can send a message here. I think I will. Yeah, we're going to send a message. Alright, put that to my hand. In you go, World Spine Worm. We're playing the mind games. We're playing the mind games here. I'm going to assume they just drew that, and obviously their hand is a bunch of non-lands, so it's probably 4 rabbits. No, it's not 4 rabbits. What was that? Stroke of Midnight. What? Okay. I mean, yeah, now the game's just over. They can't do anything. There's just nothing they can do. They should not take Toxic Deluge, because I'm going to cast it anyways. Opponent does that. This is a huge psychological thing for people. Don't take the card your opponent's going to cast next turn. Like, I have to cast this. Just take the Liliana. This is going to always get cast. Take one of these two instead. Does this flip into a problem? Sacrifice this. Creatures you control gain Hexproof and Indestructible. End step, put a counter on each creature that attacked. Alright, so it doesn't actually do anything. I can let them just flip it. Do I have to let them flip it? The way they attacked, I do. So there and there. But yeah, you can just see why it would make sense to... I mean, maybe it just doesn't matter. Maybe it just doesn't matter. But I would just not name this card here. Alright, so I do it for 3. Ideally. Doop, doop. Okay, they had to think about the second rabbit. Who knows why. Let's do this. And then do this. How does this read? Power 3 or greater? Alright, so probably an army of 1/1s is slightly better. Oh, actually, I could just play my commander. I will just play this as a endlessly chump blocking annoying threat. I can't believe I lost this game. Wow. Alright, well, leave it to me. That's actually astonishing. I lost this game. I just had no respect for anything that was going on. I don't know, could I have done something differently? There must have been something I did wrong. I should have just won that. I'm not sure. Alright. Fair enough. I really don't know what happened there. Killed the wrong rabbit? Must have. Yeah, they did have the best card in their entire deck, but I still could have just easily beaten that. Yeah, I killed the wrong rabbit. That's funny. That's kind of the second game today I feel like I just sort of threw. So, green... I think I just have to do black, unfortunately, here, yeah. Let's play... Yeah, I just have to do black, so... I just need to draw removal. Ideally in a top-decking fashion, so they can't discard it or whatever. Always ramp spell on turn 2. That's not a ramp spell. It has to take Arena. I mean, there's nothing else to take anyways. That doesn't help me. Let's, do this. And just start eating stuff. Again, I have to actually draw something. That's not what I needed specifically. Okay, they didn't go into their commander. Probably just eat Llanowar Elves. Can't say I need it. This is a nice thing about having Matadors. I can just get rid of them. I don't need them. Alright, well. Calm down, game. Grief. That is just too good to not cast. Wish I floated black. Alright, they have the Arden in their hand, and I can't take all of the Yeah, so we take that. And then I play you. Did I already plus the Vraska? I did. Okay. I can't make them discard the Arden, obviously. They'll just reanimate it. They have to, like, thought seize themselves, essentially. Or just hardcast it at some point. Which is possible. They can just reanimate Ulamog randomly. technically. Why didn't they thought seize themselves? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They could have just thought seized themselves. Unless I'm not understanding something. Wait a minute. Oh, I made a huge mistake. Oh my goodness, I made a huge mistake. Whoops. Okay, my bad. That's my bad. But if they just reanimate Ulamog, it doesn't do anything. And now they're dead to the Vraska? Alright. Guess one oopsie deserves another. This plays around a removal spell. If they draw it off the Mind Stone. Yep, so they just had one of the combo pieces in their hand. As you can see, that doesn't really work anymore. But yeah, I missed a plus to sack the Delighted Halfling. That was a mistake. Or the birds. I changed my mind and wanted to sack the birds because it doesn't have any power for the ultimate. But I just tapped wrong and then it was too late. I should have just clicked it anyways, though. I should have just clicked it anyways. It's crazy seeing all the stick fingers looming around. Would have never have guessed how many stick finger players I'd see. It's like part of the actual meta now. Well, I have a 3-drop on turn 2. It's just a matter of which one it is. And it's kind of awkward, but we'll see. Journey is kind of interesting against this. Kind of. Murderous Rider not exactly doing much here, so... There may have been a content creator, yeah, I mean I did, but I'm sure there's someone else who actually has like a sizable audience. So I can play my commander. I don't really feel like playing around Mana Drain every single time my opponent has 2 blue mana. I don't know how many times I'm expected to respect that stupid thing. Let's just do this. I don't even need Vraska in play currently anyways. So I might as well. Can I besage you my own land? No. I most certainly would here. Alright, so it's a removal spell instead. Fair enough. Oh, it was a counter spell. Just a not double green one, I guess. Poor Journey. Does this deck play? I'm sure it does. Swiftfoot Boots. Sure. So black. I think I get another black Sorceria. Green. Alright, not the most exciting draw. Let's kill the boots? Does it have trample? No. I should probably still kill the boots. Yeah. I'm gonna kill the boots. And then swing the 3. You think I actually did start the resurgence? How many views does the video have? I can't be over like 500. F to doubt. Alright. Tap that, and then eat it. Oh, they have Stifle? No, it's just a protection spell. Which is kind of weird, but I suppose it makes sense. Can't play 2 lands here for Nissa. Yeah, I'm out of stuff, and my opponent's commander's indestructible. So that's not great. I can still cast this. Doesn't care if the creature dies. My opponent also needs some kind of girth here. Damnation is not the girth I expected. Let's just tap that. Alright, I mean, it's just 2. There are oh, it's going... Oh, alright, sure. I will cycle my Death's Route. That's right, you look at that. Not a great draw. Not a great draw. I think I now... No, I really don't think I'm in a position to get rid of Boseiju. I really do not think that. Okay, that helped. Let's play it tapped? Because it doesn't matter? Yeah. And treasure or food. I don't think it matters. Like, I don't need the health, and the treasure might matter. So I'll just do that. I don't think I'm winning currently. I mean, if this wasn't indestructible, it would be, but, you know. Such is the case that it is not indestructible. But they swung at Vraska, which means, I assume, they're going to do it again. Because nothing is fundamentally different from last turn. Except they have the best mutate card in their entire deck. So, silly me. They have the best card in their entire deck. Of course they do. They steal removal for everything. And that's fine. Alright, yep. They went from having nothing to the literal best card in Kodos. Other than Mana Drain. I'm not going to play a bunch of Exile and Edict effects because of that. Could play Baleful, whatever it's called. Baleful Mastery? Yeah, I mean, it's not even one of my more downloaded lists on the website, AetherHub. Stickfinger. Giora is the historic card draw spam. This is fine. I can get rid of Meathook Massacre. Oh, they have a 1-drop. What is this? Oh. Sure. Didn't quite expect that, but yeah, it makes sense. Ancient Tomb. Does that change anything? No. I don't have to play it. Wow. Is this what having the nuts feels like? Is this what it feels like? Answering Ragavan, having 4 mana, casting cards, winning games. I'm gonna go the mana route. This plays around Wash Away as well. Let's get a Swamp. Sure. Yep, look at that. What I just did to my opponent is what happened to us when we played, was it Crank? What did we play before Cranko? Was it the black-red thing? What did I just play? Well, whatever that commander was. This was like every single game, or every other game that day. Just it was my opponent's, and I just couldn't play the game. And my opponent sees that. Opponent appreciates the power of Ancient Tomb Gemstone Caverns being completely unimpeded. Alright, let's go to my YouTube channel. You have me curious. I never look at my stuff like this. I mean, that's not true, but... How long ago was it? Oh, there it is. Okay. Yeah, it's not one of my more viewed things. Actually, since then, it is not even in the top 10. Or it's in like 8th place or something. I doubt it was me. Alright, so it's the Mutant Ninja Turtle thing. This is not a forest. Well, because it's not a forest, I don't have turn 1 Boreal Razor. So far, Shifting Woodland has done nothing but disappoint me. Oh, wait! Disappointment undone. This is the green one. It starts on green instead of black. Disappointment completely undone. Always had it. Never didn't have it. There is very little reason to not cast this because it is just the most threatening thing in the universe. Generates tokens for Vraska, and opponent basically has to kill it. In my assumption. Okay, they can't kill it. I'm gonna get Ancient Tomb. Or, you know what I mean. Overgrown Tomb. And I'm gonna eat Grazer. No, I'm gonna eat a token. Because Grazer might just die at some point anyways, and my opponent still is very fixated on dealing with this. So it would just be creature for Delirium anyways. What if you copy this? Can you copy Shifting Woodland with Scute Swarm? I don't see why you couldn't. I mean, it is a bit weird, but... Opponent, there's a 0-3 right there. There was a 0-3 right there. Could have killed the familiar. I think drawing cards is just completely fine, though. Let's kill their commander. We can plus all the value. We can plus the World Spine Worm. The value is actually huge. Look at it go. Yes. And no attack. Actually, I could have swung with the original. Could have just done that. I can't imagine this game is going to go down to my opponent hitting 0 life total. Probably just drown them in cards and they give up. So we have land, instant, creature, sorcery. Oh, they have Nazguls. Nice. I like this. I like the Nazgul. Can't be blocked with creatures with power, greater power, sure. I can Toxic Deluge kind of whenever I want, I feel. Opponent, the 2-2, okay, there's 2 of them this time, sure. So the first time it didn't work, I don't think that's going to change here. I could double block, could also just not care. Final Parting, alright, so that's another win condition. I think I'll just minus. I like my whole hand. Yeah, I'm not going to plus this turn. Let's just get rid of the freebooter. Don't really care about anything else it's doing. Yeah, let's just get rid of it. I can also kill... I do not need to race to the ultimate, and I would like to just kill my opponent's mana sources. Alright, so... Ulamog, Emperor, Spaghetti. I could just get something castable, but let's just go for a goofy combo. It also puts Delirium in the graveyard. Alright, my opponent just conceded to the the final parting of all things. I think what happened there was my opponent, like, scryed with the idea that they had Bramble Familiar mana, and just thought I was going to plus, but I didn't plus, and they just conceded because whatever this card was, they probably would. If assuming they scryed to the top, I actually wasn't paying attention. That's the case. Even if they scryed to the bottom, they might have just gotten rid of a card that is now good because this died, right? But yeah, I don't think they were expecting the minus on the 2/2 there. Do you think we'll ever actually get 15 mana? Is that even possible? Have we done it? We had a game where we, like, swung with... I don't know. I don't think we can actually cast Worldspine Worm. I don't know. I might have had one game where I had that much mana. The chonkiest of boys. How much is Worldspine Worm? Oh, it's $1. I think at one point it was not $1. Slimefoot and Squee. Well, that certainly doesn't play Worldspine Worm. No Graveyard Hate. Again, I wouldn't play it just because of this matchup. I don't really have a great hand. Well, I... Okay. The old 1 into 3 on the play action? Oh, looks like it. Amazing. Oh, it was important, opponent. Your card was important to you. No way. Reanimate. Sure, that's kind of like... Or can be annoying for this commander to play against. Should probably tutor for Deluge or... Yeah, we should probably just tutor for this card. Let's be real. It's just the best card here. It's not even, honestly, even close, so. Frenzied Danger Noodle, sure. And then nothing. 1, 2, 3. I will play my Elvish Mystic. Actually, wait a minute. Can I just steal their commander? They put it in the graveyard. No, they didn't. No, they didn't. No, they didn't. Alright, never mind. I thought they did. We both fatal pushed the Llanowar Elves. Oh no, Elvish Mystic, excuse me. Both did the same thing. So I can kill only one of them? Can I reanimate anything that matters? No. If I had an extra mana here, we would be just sitting so pretty. But I don't, so... That's a Mutavault. Dookie. Yep. Of course. Abrupt Decay? Love to see it. No more removal, please. One time. Each player sacrifices a non-token creature of their choice. Come on! I can't catch a break, dude. Just absolute perfection. Alright. Can't catch a break. Perfect, 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 perfect. Can't catch a break. Though, to be fair, I think every removal spell would have done it. It did not have to be that one. Alright, it's the Herp Derp deck. It's the one of two aggro decks that survives in this format. I think I'm naming black with Utopia Sprawl. Yeah, it's looking like it. Huh, it didn't go 1, 2, 3. Wow. That's a world first for me. Play this tapped. There's a good chance I find a basic with Bloodstain Mire. Is this tapped for white? It does. Opponent does not play their commander first. Interesting. Wait, does it matter? I don't think it matters. They keep looking at my land. I don't know. Oh, they want to blow it up. Sure, sure. Does that matter? Oh, it does. Oh, if I didn't draw a land here, wow. If I didn't draw a land, I could have played the Cultivator. Okay. I think that was maybe an unfavorable exchange? I'm not sure if I would have ripped apart there. I don't think that solves any of your issues. And all it did was let me, like, draw another card. I mean, you draw a card too, but still. You want the game to be as fast as possible. And I don't think the tempo on rip apart there is worth it. They must have just really been respecting a 2-minute card, and that's totally reasonable. That is reasonable. Sheoldred is another just good card here. Creatures and non-basic lands enter tapped. Okay. Well, I should just cast this and not think about anything too hard. They top deck a land. They play their commander. I don't tap deck a land, because why would I? This is a 3-drop, right? Okay. I am not in any way, shape, or form convinced my opponent has a way to stop this from killing us. They do not get a Triome. They get rid of a land, having no lands in hand. They top decked a land anyways. So this is probably a 4-drop. Yeah, there's no lands in their hand, and they just decided they didn't want to draw one. Sure. I can actually blow that up twice, which is funny. So let's play... Because I, again, didn't draw a land, let's play this. I drew a land, but when I drew it, it was at, like, the worst possible time. It's kind of funny. Not too big of a deal, but... Obviously don't want that to be a thing. Do I sack my cultivator? Probably not. I don't think I sack the cultivator. I think the 2-3 is actually valuable. Like, I would just be drawing towards something similar, right? So. No, I actually don't have Dismember. It's on the list. Also, sacking something before I journey might not make a lot of sense. Do you get the creature... Return to the battlefield? Yeah, you get the creature back immediately, so sacking the cultivator probably makes no sense for a few reasons. What the heck is this? When this creature enters, creatures you control perpetually gain Menace, Lifelink, or Haste. My opponent chose Haste. Okay. Ulcerates the uncommon version? Hmm. Should I kill that thing? Could just play Mythweaver Pock and not care too much about the giant flyer. Yeah, I think this turn is a mana turn. Although, taking a turn off to kill that giant thing feels kind of free enough. Let's just do that. I think I'm just going to kill the thing doing significant damage to me. Might as well, right? And yeah, I'm always playing the land. Always just playing the land. I could have just not tapped the Tender. I thought maybe holding the land for Pock was a good idea. I just don't think that's really worth it here. Well, of course, immediate haste. Is Griselbrand even enough here? I don't think it is it? What about Griselbrand Shieldred? I mean, Mythweaver Pock Shieldred. That feels a little bit better. Yeah, this is
This is just a little bit better. Not by a boatload, but I like this slightly more. Okay. Not sure what I had to think about that. But what do I know? I'm gonna mill. I can play this, put Journey onto it, make a bunch of blockers. Does the Emperor of Bones thing, does that have haste? I can't remember. Does anyone know off the top of their head before I lose the game because I'm an idiot? One, two, three, four, five, six, seven. Oh, they have too many permanents anyways. One, two, three, four, five. Cast it, haste. Annihilator 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's not good enough. So, it doesn't matter. Yeah, it's not good enough. So let's do this. Yeah, I also don't have the mana anyways. This has Ward what? Ward 1? Tear Asunder can get... It can exile the Enduring Innocence. Which I don't have to do immediately. I don't have to do that right away. I can just chill for a bit here. Yep. Griselbrand has to, like, hit my opponent? No, there's no trample. I can reanimate Shieldred. I can just tutor for... a land... Oh, if I could play the land, I could actually cast the Worldspine Worm with the Reanimate. So, Primeval Titan? Fetch land? This is an instant, right? Let's blow up the thing that pokes me for damage to take out some of my opponent's outs. Oh, I don't have enough mana. I don't have enough mana. I thought I did. Fatal Push works on my opponent's commander now. So... oh, I have to do it now, though. Don't like that. Dang it. Let's just gain 3 life. I'm just gonna gain life here. It's not like it's killing anything. Gas, 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 gas. Nothing but gas from this opponent. Of course. There is no way to do anything. Wow. Alright, well, gas, 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 gas. How dare you not draw land? Ugh. What's the woodland gonna do? Revive the Titan with woodland? Was that enough blockers? Oh, I guess I did miss it. I can't crack the fetch land. I did miss that out, though. I mean, let's be real. My opponent's just going to draw another haste threat and just win, because they can't draw anything but the best things ever. An auto sack fetch land? What? The tapped ones? Why? Why do we need an Evolving Wilds? Well, what I do need is lands, and I didn't draw any, so cool. Not a very good Chromox hand. Well, I'm sure I'll get to play eventually. Mox into 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Does that change anything? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No, not quite. Still gonna cast this, though. Oh, or I guess I'm not casting anything. They just top deck a 6 mana instant speed counter spell. Or copy, clone, bounce, draw, whatever. Yep. Nice top deck. Oh, I don't even have an untapped green source now. Ancient Tomb's already in play. This doesn't really do anything. Currently. Also, Chromok's not doing anything. Let's play Vraska. Plus on the Delighted Halfling? No, I could plus on a land here. What's Delighted Halfling doing? Casting Ulamog is not real, so... I don't think I'm... Okay. Is what it is. Alright, well, sometimes your opponents just draw all the mythic rares in a row. Mythic rare, tutors expropriate, I lose. Sometimes that just happens. No lands. God forbid my opponent draws a land. God forbid. I'm on the draw, sure. It's up against Bant Dumbness. Let's get rid of the spot removal spell. Ah, yes, the old 1 into 3 on the play again. Excellent. I'm not gonna grief here. I mean, I can just win if they play their commander there, right? They did not. If they did, though. What does that do? Does that change anything? Kind of? Yeah, this is currently not an Ice Till hand. And I'm just gonna threaten the defense. Haven't had a defense game yet. They have to do something about this. Or just stare at it for a while, which is viable. You can just stare at it. I'm not willing to grief an answer to Defense of the Heart here. I just lose if they have 2 of them. Or, I guess, also top deck it. So. Oh, what do you know? There it is, of course. Rex Sage. Right when I have the must answer enchantment, my opponent conjures a Rex Sage in play. Haven't seen this all day. Actually, I couldn't tell you last time I've seen that card, but of course. Let's do black. I have to do black. I'm gonna just cast this. What else is in the hand here? Let's see. Whenever... What? Okay, I'll take that away. They actually only had 1 answer to it. So if I did take it, they'd be stuck. But that is... they don't actually have to play creatures. They could just sit there. It's not like my board state is advancing because this is sitting in play for me. Okay. When do they show up again? When this leaves the battlefield? Okay. So... Wait. Isn't that just fine? I don't care about my Chrome Mox. I mean, having Grief in play is really... Like, you don't want to bury the Grief. That just doesn't seem like a good idea ever to do that. Oh, unless of course you have lands in your hand. Then it's the best thing in the world. I mean, that's just how it works, right? Again, it's another scenario I just don't think you want to bury the Grief under the commander. It's just kind of weird. Alright, they agree. I can kill the Rex Sage with my commander. I can also just find, like, Damnation. We should probably just find Damnation and play some goofy top deck game. Yeah, this is good, especially if they play some or draw something significant. It would be ideal to not lose to said significant thing. No shot you top deck the counterspell. Okay. Unbelievable. Alright, well, today's not the day, I guess. Oh, there's the land chat. There it is. You got it. There's the land. There it is. Opponent found it. Alright, I'm done. I'm just... It's turning into another day where my opponents are just drawing perfect. And I don't feel like sitting here watching people play Magic against me while I do nothing. Don't feel like it. Also, I've played plenty of games, actually, because the deck building was really fast. Deck building was quick. Okay, so this... definitely not as strong as it was a year ago. And even a year ago, it wasn't that crazy. It got some pretty nice tools in just the black-green thing. The Worldspine Worm, it's not... don't actually play this. Donation incentive, that's what this is. But, yeah, it's just not a great commander. At this point, I think someone said it earlier, you could just play Gitrog Monster. That's just the black-green commander. It's kind of doing almost the same thing, but doing it on steroids. And you can recover easier having the Gitrog Monster die. It is a 5-mana commander, but of all the commanders to not care about costing more than 3, Gitrog Monster is certainly one of them. It is vastly different from something like Muldrotha, and that costs 6. So you could just play Gitrog Monster. It's on my list of things to craft. I have yet to actually craft the card. You could put it in this deck if you wanted to, as well. Yeah, it should have been Wormcoil Engine. We had the wrong worm. You can actually plus on the Wormcoil as well. It was another day, I'll say, where my opponents top-decked perfectly. I don't know what's been going on, but we'll be in a top-deck war. I have some pretty good draws, and then my opponent just top-decks the best thing in their deck, right? Or one of the best things. Like, oh, extremely timely removal. Extremely timely haste threat. Chaining extra turns just off the top of the deck. Like, I've had insanely bad luck the past week from my opponent's top decks. It's honestly kind of nuts. Even with discard spells like Grief, reanimating Grief with Journey, it's just my opponents have been ripping pure gasoline off the top of the deck. And that's one of the spots where this strategy, like black-green, grind your opponent into dust slowly, kind of suffers, is if your opponent just runs hot off the top. It doesn't matter if they have no cards, and you're playing this top deck game, and you're trying to incur some kind of value with your Planeswalker or whatever. You're trying to get a lot of 1-for-1s, and then have 1 or 2 2-for-1s, and then those 2-for-1s start to pull you ahead. That just gets undone in this format if your opponent just top decks Time Warp 3 times in a row and swings with their remaining Primeval Titan that was sitting in play, and you could have survived them just grabbing lands, but you can't survive the 6/6 Trampler 3 times in a row. And, well, I don't know why, but it just happened 20 times a day. Or something similar like that. So it's something to recognize there. I know when you're playing a commander that's not, like, among the best things to be doing, you're already at an automatic disadvantage. This is a format where you are, at this point, very, very notable. Like, you were going to notice very quickly and very violently that you're in any slight disadvantage you put yourself in playing something just a little suboptimal. You're just going to get pummeled by the things that exist in the format that just don't really care about, like, say, Vraska specifically, for instance. The plus and the minus are solid, though, and the ultimate is kind of neat, but all in all, this is just, like, the core cards are okay. Like, there's a huge chunk of this that's just, they're playable cards. It's just your command zone lacking behind a little doesn't help you, right? Whereas you could, again, just put Gitrog Monster here. You don't even really have to change the deck that much. I mean, you probably would, but you could just put Gitrog right here, and your deck would probably just be better. And then just, you know, make the slight changes to the lands so you have, like, all the bad fetch lands, because Gitrog doesn't care if they're bad. So yeah, if you want to go down a black-green route, that's what you want to go with. But on the bright side, you get to play a deck called the Rock, and if you don't own this thing, I would advise you not play this deck at all, because this is by far the most important piece of it. I forgot to say that in the intro. If you don't have that, don't play this deck. And if you do play it without that, don't let me know you did that. Some of these cards, like, another issue here was I was struggling to get to expensive bombs, whereas something like Gitrog Monster doesn't really struggle to get to these expensive bombs. So some of these cards, if not all of them, obviously this one, should just maybe be 1, 2s, and 3s and stuff like that. More cultivate effects, more, I don't know, grindy 4-drops or something. Like, if some of these were a bit different, I'd be happy. Like, against aggro, they're not going to help you. Against your opponent doing anything that's blue-green X, it's not going to help you. So these might just want to be something else. And that's just fine. And that's actually kind of neat. It has the advantage, maybe, of playing basically an entire deck that doesn't have anything that costs more than 4. I would say I probably don't even need this, honestly. There were some, you know, goofy combos. You got, like, the Emperor of Bones, Ulamog, which I don't think I ever accomplished. You have Gristlebrand Shieldred. I wasn't running Tooth and Nail, though. I thought about Paradox Engine, because the One Ring, and then any amount of mana dorks, so you can kind of just start to go crazy. But it is a lot different without the boatload of mana rocks on 2 to try to go that route. But again, you could drop all of these, run Paradox Engine, run a bunch of mana rocks. This shows up on turn 3 way more consistent, and you have the extra thing that you're playing into, which is Paradox Engine One Ring nonsense, so it could just help you in that regard. In fact, I would argue that's probably better and something I probably just do to upload. That's probably just what I'll upload the list like, because most of this at the top just really just didn't matter. So, yep, just play Gitrog Monster. Those are the words I have for you, but that's it. Yep. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys.